Okay, so I'm going to try this again. This will be the third time recording this, so I think I have the microphone on now. All right, so what we need to do first is label our parts. So we need to label our A, our B, and our C. Then we need to go through and we need to fill in our table or our box. So A goes in the top left-hand corner, which is 6x squared. Our C is in the bottom right-hand corner, which is a positive 14. And then in the middle is our B. So B goes here. That's the part we need to be looking for. So we don't know that yet, but we do know that it needs to be a positive 25x. Okay. Our next part is to go through and find our AC. So AC, which is A times C, our A is 6, our C is 14, and it's a positive 14, and that multiplies out to a positive 84. Okay. So what we need to do now is to find those factors of 84. 1 times 84, 2 times 42, 3 times 28, and 4 times 21. Okay. Our next step is to focus on our B. Remember, these need to add up to a positive 25x. Okay. So if I do 1 plus 84, that gives me 85. Not going to work. If I add 2 and 42, that's 44. Not going to work. 3 and 28, that gives me 31. Not going to work. But if I add 4 and 21 together, that gives me 25. So that's what we need to do. And we're going to put that right here. It does not matter which one goes first, but remember that it needs to add up to 25x. So I'm going to put an x on each of these. I'm going to put 4x here, and I'm going to put 21x here. Next, what we need to do is to factor out any like terms that we have. So again, I'm going to start on the top row, which is here. And I need to ask myself, what is the greatest common factor I can pull from 6x squared and 21x? Well, I know that 6 is 2 times 3. And I know that 21 is 7 times 3. So I can pull out a 3. Each of them do have an x, therefore I can also pull out an x. Okay? Then I'm going to go here. I'm going to look at those two. So I'm going to look at 6x squared and 4x. So 6 is 2 times 3, 4 is 2 times 2. So therefore they each have a 2 in common, but each of them do have an x also. So I can pull out an x. And which that is like perfect because again, these right here, 2x and 3x, give me that 6x squared. That's perfect. That's exactly what we needed. Okay. Now I'm going to look at my 21. 3x times what will give me 21x? And we already talked about 3 times 7 being the factors for 21. So that's going to be a plus 7. And then, let's see, we're going to do this one here. So something times 2x gives me this 4x. So that has to be a positive 2. And then we check, does this positive 2 and that's 7 give us 14? And that is correct. So once we have this together, we need to stick it into a product of two binomials. So I'm going to take my top row here and write it out as 2x plus 7. I'm going to take my outer side here and write it out as 3x plus 2. And remember, this is correct, but this is also correct. So it does not matter which order these are written in. Both are correct. Hope that helps.